Welcome to Noun Tutorial TV. Like, share and subscribe. ENT101, Introduction to Entrepreneurship Summary. The basic dash of every organization is to achieve its goal or purpose. Element. The basic element of every dash is to achieve its goal or purpose. Organization. The basic element of every organization is to achieve its or purpose. Goal. The basic element of every organization is to achieve its goal or dash dash. Purpose. Dash is a conscious practice of shaping the organization to achieve its set goal and objectives. Management. The conscious practice of shaping the organization to achieve its set goal and objectives is called dash dash, management. Dash is the process of working with people and resources to accomplish organizational goals in effective and efficient manner. Management. The four traditional management principles include planning, organizing, leading, controlling. Dash is applicable to both business and non-business organizations alike, such as banks, factories, hospitals, as well as churches, mosques, orphanages, etc. Management. The basic purpose of any form of management in organizations is to dash dash comma. Share and subscribe. Achieve corporate set goals and objectives in an effective and efficient manner. A dash is one who has the responsibility to plan, organize, lead, and control its available resources effectively and efficiently in order to achieve organizational purpose. Manager. Dash is essential in all organizations, profit or non-profit organizations. Management. Management principles are the same all over the world. True. Management is a dash concept applied in organizations that have people working together with a structure and that harness its scarce resources in order to accomplish its corporate goals. Universal. The concept that management is required in all organization is called dash dash. Universality. Management is about dash result, not just profit. Achieving. Management is about achieving result, not just dash dash profit. The primary purpose of management is to achieve desired goals by efficiently utilizing available resources. And dash is a person who has possession of an enterprise or venture and assumes significant accountability for the inherent risks and the outcome of the enterprise. Entrepreneur. Dash are individuals who notice opportunities and take responsibility for mobilizing the resources necessary to produce new and improved goods and services. Entrepreneurs. Dash defines entrepreneurs as the owners of the business who contribute the capital and bear the risk of uncertainties in business life. Sharma, 1999. Dash defines the entrepreneur as someone who always searches for change, responds to it, and exploits it as an opportunity. Drucker, 1986. Share and subscribe. Bateman and Snell, 2011. Define entrepreneurship as a situation when an enterprising individual pursues a lucrative opportunity. Dash is defined as the willingness and ability of an individual, or a group of individuals, to seek out investment opportunities, especially through innovation, establish and run the enterprise successfully. Entrepreneurship. The role of entrepreneurship in a developing society. Employment generation. Productivity. Facilitate the transfer/adaptation of technology. Ensures increased resource utilization. Stimulates growth in those sectors which supplies it with inputs. Reinvigorates large-scale enterprises and public enterprises. Encourages and sustains economic dynamism that enables an economy to adjust successfully in a rapidly changing global economy. Enables individuals to use their potential and energies to create wealth, independence, and status for themselves in society. Dash stimulates growth in its supply market. Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship stimulates dash in its supply market. Growth. Entrepreneurship stimulates growth in its dash market. Supply. Entrepreneurship stimulates growth in its supply dash dash market. SME stands for dash dash, small and medium scale enterprises. The entrepreneur is expected to perform the following functions: perception and identification of business opportunities, selection of the legal form, location, and site of the business, identification, selection, and acquisition of key resources, innovation, risk-bearing, management of the ongoing enterprises, share and subscribe. The first function of the entrepreneur is perception and identification of business opportunities. Is usually regarded as the height of entrepreneurship. Innovation. Simply refers to striving to satisfy your customers better than what competitors are doing/offering. Innovation. There are various types of risks in business. The risk of fire, accidents, bad debts, theft, etc. can be minimized by taking preventive action and by insuring against them. Is the process of setting objectives and coordinating resources, including people, in order to attain those objectives. Management. Is a transformation process, where technical, human, and conceptual skills are used to transform inputs into outputs. Management. Management is both an art and a science. True. Management is an art because it involves the use of instinct. Management is a science because it involves the use of logic. Pursue opportunity regardless of resources controlled. Entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs pursue regardless of resources controlled. Opportunity. Entrepreneurs pursue opportunity regardless of controlled. Resources. Entrepreneurs pursue opportunity regardless of resources controlled. Share and subscribe. And is a manager, scientist, or researcher who works inside an existing organization and notices opportunities for product improvements and is responsible for managing the product development process. Entrepreneur. Is the process whereby an organization seeks to expand by exploring new opportunities through new combinations of its existing resources. Entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is also called corporate entrepreneurship. The following are important to support entrepreneurship. Explicit goals for entrepreneurial processes. A system of information exchange between managers and entrepreneurs. An emphasis on individual responsibility and accountability. Rewards for creative effort. The following are the characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. Drive and energy. Self-confidence. Long-term involvement. Money as a measure. Persistent problem solving. Goal setting. Preference for moderate risk. Dealing with failure. Desire for immediate feedback. Taking initiative and seeking personal responsibility. Use of resources. Competing against self-imposed and objective standards. Internal locus of control belief. Tolerance of ambiguity and uncertainty. Entrepreneurs are more than the average person. Energetic. Entrepreneurs are more energetic than the person. Average. Often immerse themselves completely in their companies. Share and subscribe. Business founders. Business founders often themselves completely in their companies. Immerse. Business founders often immerse themselves completely in their companies. Have the ability and commitment to set goals that are both measurable and attainable for themselves. Entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs have the ability and commitment to set goals that are both and attainable for themselves. Measurable. Entrepreneurs have the ability and commitment to set goals that are both measurable and for themselves. Attainable. Entrepreneurs have the ability and commitment to set that are both measurable and attainable for themselves. Goals. Entrepreneurs are not wild risk takers but instead take and risk. Calculated and moderate. Entrepreneurs do not fear failure. The use of enables entrepreneurs to assess/take stock of their performance with the aim of improving on it. Feedback. Are truly the backbone of any economy, be it developed or developing economy. Small and medium-scale enterprises, SMEs. The concept of dash has been seen to be a sine qua non for the development of any economy. Entrepreneurship. The concept of entrepreneurship has been seen to be a sine qua non for the development of any economy. Share and subscribe. 5 important practices for establishing innovation-driven organizations follow. Set explicit innovation goals. Create a system of feedback and positive reinforcement. Emphasize individual responsibility. Provide rewards for innovative ideas. Do not punish failures. Barringer and Ireland, 2012, defined an dash as a favorable set of circumstances that creates a need for a new product, service, or business. Opportunity. Barringer and Ireland, 2012, defined an opportunity as a dash set of circumstances that creates a need for a new product, service, or business. Favorable. Dash make a common mistake in the opportunity recognition process by taking a currently available product or service that they like or are passionate about and then trying to build a business around a slightly better version of it. Entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs make a common mistake in the opportunity recognition process by taking a currently available product or service that they like or are passionate about and then trying to build a business around a slightly better version of it. Once the market for a dash is established, its window of opportunity opens. New product. Once the market for a new product is established, its dash of opportunity opens. Window. Once the dash for a new product is established, its window of opportunity opens. Market. Once the market for a new product is established, its window of opportunity opens. The starting point of a new business creation process is an idea of a product or service which can be used to satisfy an identified need of individuals, families, or organizations. A business idea represents the dash stage. Input. A business opportunity represents the dash stage. Share and subscribe. Output. A business idea represents the input stage while a business opportunity represents the output stage. True. Barringer and Ireland, 2012, define an as a thought, an impression, or a notion. Idea. An idea may or may not meet the criteria of an opportunity. True. Dash believes opportunity comes from a dysfunction in a market. Kertner, 1979. Kertner, 1979, believes dash comes from a dysfunction in a market. Opportunity. Kertner, 1979, believes opportunity comes from a dash in a market. Dysfunction. Opportunity comes from a dysfunction in a market. And dash is a market imperfection or an economical imbalance which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. Opportunity. Share and subscribe. An opportunity is a market dash or an economical imbalance which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. Imperfection. An opportunity is a market imperfection or in which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. Economical imbalance. An opportunity is a market imperfection or an economical dash which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. Imbalance. An opportunity is a market imperfection or an economical imbalance which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. An opportunity is a market imperfection or an economical imbalance which can be exploited by an individual who restores market equilibrium. Economical. Dash is considered as a profit which comes from an existing demand and available resources. Opportunity. Opportunity is considered as a dash which comes from an existing demand and available resources. Profit. Opportunity is considered as a profit which comes from an existing dash and available resources. Demand. Opportunity is considered as a profit which comes from an existing demand and dash resources. Available. Opportunity is considered as a profit which comes from an existing demand and available resources. Dash is when a license is granted by a government or company to a person or group, allowing him/them to use or sell certain products. Franchise. Share and subscribe. When a license is granted by a government or company to a person or group, allowing him/them to use or sell certain products, it is called franchise. The vast experience and knowledge gained by in the course of seeking solutions to the problems encountered by organizations is a major source of business idea. Consultants. The vast and knowledge gained by consultants in the course of seeking solutions to the problems encountered by organizations is a major source of business idea. Experience. The vast experience and gained by consultants in the course of seeking solutions to the problems encountered by organizations is a major source of business idea. Knowledge. The vast experience and knowledge gained by consultants in the course of seeking solutions to the problems encountered by organizations is a major source of business idea. A opportunity exists for the entrepreneur if he/she has a product or service to satisfy a clearly defined market need at a satisfactory return to him/her. Business. Or market research is a systematic way of gathering, analyzing and interpreting marketing data that will aid the entrepreneur in making marketing decisions. Market survey. Market survey or market research is a systematic way of gathering, analyzing and interpreting that will aid the entrepreneur in making marketing decisions. Marketing data. Market survey provides answers to two main questions, namely, I. Market question. 2. Competition question. Data is usually divided into primary or secondary sources. Market research. Market research data is usually divided into or secondary sources. Primary. Share and subscribe. Market research data is usually divided into primary or sources. Secondary. Market research data is usually divided into or sources. Primary and secondary. Data involve first-hand information through the use of questionnaire, interviews, observation, or a combination of these methods. Primary. Data is collected from existing records in the organization or from various published sources such as the publications of trade associations, annual reports of companies, official publications of the Central Bank of Nigeria, National Bureau of Statistics, and other regulatory agencies of government. Secondary. A must be chosen to be representative of the population of interest. Sample. A sample must be chosen to be of the population of interest. Representative. A must be chosen to be representative of the population of interest. Sample. A sample must be chosen to be representative of the of interest. Population. An entrepreneur's first commitment to his business is the determination of a felt need of a defined customer or consumer. Is the process of evaluating the environment with a view to identifying business opportunities. Environmental scanning. Environmental scanning is the process of the environment with a view to identifying business opportunities. Evaluating. Market research is one of the tools of scanning. Environmental. Share and subscribe. Market research is one of the tools of environmental scanning. Is one of the tools of environmental scanning. Market research. Includes advertising, sales promotion, publicity, and personal selling. Promotional mix. Is a personal form of promotion and involves transmitting standard messages to large numbers of intended receivers. Adverting. Involves activities which are essentially used to complement advertising and personal selling. Sales promotion. Is concerned with the presentation of the firm image, its products, services, or ideas in a favorable light to the public. Publicity. Aims to marry specific products with specific customers on a person-to-person basis to secure ownership transfers. Personal selling. The factors to be considered in choosing a business opportunity are: business experience, Skills required for the successful operation of the business. Financial capability. Risk profile of the entrepreneur. Support from friends and family members. The owner's personal interest. The desired level of income. Legal or regulatory constraints. Scarborough, 2013, defines a feasibility analysis as the process of determining whether or not an entrepreneur's idea is a viable foundation for creating a successful business. ENT101, 2006, defines a feasibility study as the process by which an entrepreneur investigates the potential outcome of a project. Share and subscribe. A feasibility report is a document that outlines the various aspects of the study and the conclusions arrived at. A feasibility study may be used to achieve the following objectives/purposes. It helps to determine the profitability level of the project. It demonstrates to potential lenders and investors of the existence and size of the market, the liquidity or otherwise of the project. A feasibility study enables the entrepreneur to subject his/her ideas to critical investigation in order to identify flaws in the product or service which may jeopardize the success of the project. A feasibility study also points to the financial and human resources that will be required to operate the business successfully. The following are problems involved in writing a feasibility report. Paucity of statistical data. Pressure from clients. Unethical behavior of consultants. Unwillingness of sponsor to be guided by the feasibility report. Scarborough, 2014, defines a business plan as a written summary of an entrepreneur's proposed business venture, its operational and financial details, its marketing opportunities and strategy, and its manager's skills and abilities. The following are benefits of drawing up a successful business plan for both the entrepreneur and the financial institutions. It forces the entrepreneur to analyze all aspects of the venture and to prepare an effective strategy to deal with the uncertainties that may arise. The time, effort, research, and discipline needed to put together a formal business plan force the entrepreneur to view the business critically and objectively. The business plan quantifies objectives, providing measurable benchmarks for comparing forecasts with actual results. The completed business plan provides the entrepreneur with a communication tool for outside financial institutions as well as an operational tool for guiding the business toward success. The business plan provides the details of the market potential and plans for securing a share of that market. Through prospective financial statements, the business plan illustrates the venture's ability to service debt or provide an adequate return on equity. The plan identifies critical risks and crucial events with a discussion of contingency plans that provide opportunity for the venture's success. Share and subscribe. By providing a comprehensive overview of the entire operation, the business plan gives financial sources a clear, concise document that contains the necessary information for a thorough business and financial evaluation. The contents of a typical business plan include the following: executive summary, company description, products and services, market analysis, proprietary position, marketing and sales plan, management team, operations plan, finance. ENT101, 2006, defines a dash as the process by which an entrepreneur investigates the potential outcome of a project. Feasibility study. Dash may be seen as the process of checking out the workability and profitability of the proposed business. Feasibility study. The pains and agony of dash of any business may be avoided by subjecting the business idea to systematic analysis. Failure. A dash is a document that outlines the various aspects of the study and the conclusions arrived at. Feasibility report. A feasibility study may be used to achieve the following objectives/purposes. It helps to determine the profitability level of the project. It demonstrates to potential lenders and investors of the existence and size of the market, the liquidity or otherwise of the project. A feasibility study enables the entrepreneur to subject his/her ideas to critical Investigation in order to identify flaws in the product or service which may jeopardize the success of the project. A feasibility study also point to the financial and human resources that will be required to operate the business successfully. Share and subscribe. ENT101, 2003, identified the following problems in writing a feasibility report. Paucity of statistical data. Pressure from clients. Unethical behavior of consultants. Unwillingness of sponsor to be guided by the feasibility report. Scarborough, 2014, defines a dash as a written summary of an entrepreneur's proposed business venture, its operational and financial details, its marketing opportunities and strategy, and its manager's skills and abilities. Business plan. Kuritko, 2014, identified the following benefits of drawing up a successful business plan for both the entrepreneur and the financial institutions. It forces the entrepreneur to analyze all aspects of the venture and to prepare an effective strategy to deal with the uncertainties that may arise. The time, effort, research, and discipline needed to put together a formal business plan force the entrepreneur to view the business critically and objectively. The business plan quantifies objectives, providing measurable benchmarks for comparing forecasts with actual results. The completed business plan provides the entrepreneur with a communication tool for outside financial institutions as well as an operational tool for guiding the business toward success. The business plan provides the details of the market potential and plans for securing a share of that market. Through prospective financial statements, the business plan illustrates the venture's ability to service debt or provide an adequate return on equity. The plan identifies critical risks and crucial events with a discussion of contingency plans that provide opportunity for the venture's success. By providing a comprehensive overview of the entire operation, the business plan gives financial sources a clear, concise document that contains the necessary information for a thorough business and financial evaluation. Summary is the opening chapter of the plan. Executive. The opening chapter of the plan is called Executive Summary. Executive Summary usually contains pages in length and highlights all the key points of the plan in a way that captivates the reader's interest. 1 to 3. Share and subscribe. Is a short section which describes the company's business, location and site, strategy, structure and form of organization. Company description. Provides a summary of its goals and plans for the next 5 years as well as the company's capabilities. Company description. Explains what products or services the company will sell. Products and services. Section discusses the need or demand for the product, who the target customers will be, and why the customers will buy the product. Market analysis. Section discusses whether the business enterprise will rely on patents or licenses to patents. This section tells us how these patents will contribute to the company's competitive position and assesses whether other patents, i.e. competitors or otherwise, might limit the company's ability to market its products. Proprietary position. Section discusses product, pricing, promotion and positioning strategy as well as how the company plans to attract, retain, and maintain customers' loyalty. Marketing and sales plan. Investors consider the as the most crucial asset that will determine the company's growth and help respond to the dynamic nature of the environment. Management team. Section describes the day-to-day operation of the business, highlighting how the key assets, tools, processes and labor will be utilized to produce and deliver the products and services. Operations plan. Section identifies the capital that will be required to build the business and how it will be used. Finance. A business plan is useful only if the different components of it are integrated into a single piece of work. Share and subscribe. True. The success or failure of a business plan is tied to 3 major elements with which you started the process. A good opportunity, including the right timing. The right entrepreneurial team. The necessary resources and capabilities. A business plan is no substitute for strategy and strong execution. True. Barringer and Ireland, 2012, identified 5 most common myths and the realities about entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs are born, not made. Entrepreneurs are gamblers. Entrepreneurs are motivated primarily by money. Entrepreneurs should be young and energetic. Entrepreneurs love the spotlight. Entrepreneurs are often referred to as gamblers because of 2 main reasons. First, many entrepreneurs have a strong need to achieve and often set challenging goals, a behavior that is occasionally equated with risk-taking. Second, most entrepreneurs' jobs are less structured, and so they face a more uncertain set of possibilities than managers or non-managerial personnel. Entrepreneurs are motivated primarily by ... Share and subscribe. Money. Entrepreneurs go into business as a result of ... to work for oneself and to pursue personal innovation. Freedom. Go into business as a result of freedom to work for oneself and to pursue personal innovation. Entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs go into business as a result of freedom to work for oneself and to pursue personal ... Innovation. Entrepreneurs should be ... and energetic. Young. Entrepreneurs should be young and ... energetic. Entrepreneurs should be young and energetic. True. Believe that the increasing number of older aged entrepreneurs is a big change in the entrepreneurial landscape in developed societies like the United States. Barringer and Ireland, 2012. Entrepreneurs love the ... spotlight. Entrepreneurs are ... not born. Made. Entrepreneurs are made, not born. True. To corroborate the above myths, ENT101, 2011, examines the concept of entrepreneurship myths as follows: 1. Entrepreneurs are made, not born. 2. All entrepreneurs are workaholic. 3. Entrepreneurship is all about invention. 4. Entrepreneur are risk takers. Share and subscribe. 5. All an entrepreneur is looking for is profit. 6. Entrepreneurs are loners and introverts. 7. Entrepreneurs are adventurists. 8. Entrepreneurs are deceptive individuals. 9. Entrepreneurs are academic misfits. 10. Entrepreneurship is unstructured and chaotic high-tech wizards. The dash indicates that the decision to become an entrepreneur and the development of successful business ideas indicates that sometimes the opportunity to develop an idea may prompt a person to become an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurial process. Barringer and Ireland, 2012, identified 4 steps involved in the entrepreneurial process. Decision to become an entrepreneur. Developing successful business ideas. Moving from an idea to an entrepreneurial firm. Managing and growing an entrepreneurial firm. Morris, Kuritko, and Coven, 2011, made the following differences between corporate and startup entrepreneurship. 1. They both involve opportunity recognition and definition. 2. They both require a unique business concept that takes the form of a product, service or process. 3. They are both driven by an individual champion who works with a team to bring the concept to fruition. 4. They both require that the entrepreneur be able to balance vision with managerial skill, passion with pragmatism, and proactiveness with patience. 5. They both involve concepts that are most vulnerable in the formative stage, and that require adaptation over time. 6. They both entail a window of opportunity within which the concept can be successful, capitalized upon. 7. They are both predicated on value creation and accountability to a customer. 8. They both find the entrepreneur encountering resistance and obstacles, necessitating both perseverance and an ability to formulate innovative solutions. 9. They both entail risk and require risk management strategies. 10. They both find the entrepreneur needing to develop creative strategies for leveraging resources. 11. They both involve significant ambiguity. 12. They both require harvesting strategies. Share and subscribe. According to Scarborough, 2014, the following are the benefits of entrepreneurship. Opportunity to create your own destiny. Opportunity to make a difference. Opportunity to reach your full potential. Opportunity to reap impressive profits. Opportunity to do what you enjoy and have fun at it. Scarborough, 2014, identified the following as the disadvantages of entrepreneurship. Uncertainty of income. Risk of losing your entire investment. Long hours and hard work. High levels of stress. Complete responsibility. Dash is a tool of communication that have far-reaching impact on the performance of economic activities and success of individual firms. Information and Communication Technology. ICT stands for Information and Communication Technology. Dash is believed by entrepreneurs to be the major constraint in starting and operating a business venture of their own. Financing. Dash is the study of value and resource allocation, applied to new ventures. Entrepreneurial finance. The following are several sources from which the entrepreneur can raise funds. Personal resources. Entrepreneurial teams. Sales of shares by private placement. Business angels. Rotating credit schemes / ASOSO / money lenders. Cooperative societies. Trade credit and accruals. Personal resources is divided into dash parts. Share and subscribe. 2. Personal resources is divided into two parts, namely N. Savings or inherited wealth. SME stands for small and medium scale enterprises. Are created when the new business enterprise buys raw materials, supplies, and other component parts meant for production or resale on credit terms with or without signing any formal agreement for the debt. Trade credits. Is an interest-free source of funds for the length of the credit period. Trade credit. Refer to trade credit on an intangible goods or services. Accruals. Reasons why loans may not be granted to an entrepreneur. Lack of knowledge of the roles of the different financial institutions and the scope of services they provide. Lack of skill in presenting their proposals and business plans to the financial institution. Inadequate financial commitment on the part of the entrepreneur to the project. Lack of adequate collateral securities that will guarantee the repayment of the loan. Poor accounting records which make it difficult to ascertain the true financial position of the firm. Inadequate lead time between when the entrepreneurs need the money when the requisition is made to the financial institution and the time required by the financial institutions to process the request. Poor quality of business plans and feasibility study on the part of entrepreneurs are the factor inhibiting their access to loans. Inagbaneber, 2003, outline the following factors which financial institutions will always consider when evaluating entrepreneurs' loan proposal. The purpose for which the entrepreneur wants the bank finance. The amount required. The entrepreneur's stake in the business. Source of repayment of the loan. Management capacity available to the enterprise. The character of the entrepreneur. Collateral security. Share and subscribe. Inagbaneber, 2003, identified the following pitfalls which the entrepreneur should avoid. Using short-term funds to finance fixed assets. Failure to utilize the services of a good accountant or failure to heed to the advice of an accountant. Inadequate capitalization. Early diversification into other business activities. Withdrawal of funds from the business to meet the ever-increasing social and family commitments. Overtrading. The is a set of forces and conditions within and outside the organization's boundaries that have the potential to affect the way the organization operates. Business environment. The environment is a set of forces and conditions within and outside the organization's boundaries that have the potential to affect the way the organization operates. Business. The environment presents opportunities which organizations can take advantage and threats that the organization should avoid. Business. The environment of business is divided into sections. 2. The environment of business is divided into two sections, dash and dash dash, internal and external environment. Dash consists of a set of forces and conditions within the organization's boundaries that have the potential to affect the way the organization operates. Internal environment. The dash of business are those who have legal property rights to the business. Owners. The dash are the workers who perform the day-to-day operations of the organization and ensure that work is being accomplished to achieve the organization's desired goals. Employees. The dash sets of people are being supervised and managed by the managers of an organization. Share and subscribe. Employees. Dash are responsible for combining and coordinating the resources of an organization, including the workers, to ensure that organizations achieve their goals. Managers. CEO stands for dash dash, Chief Executive Officer. The dash consists of a set of forces and conditions outside the organization's boundaries that have the potential to affect the way the organization operates. External business environment. The external environment can further be subdivided into dash and dash dash, tasks and general. The dash environment consists of factors such as legal, economic, political, socio-cultural, technological, and ethical factors which affect business organizations' operations. General. The task environment is also called the dash dash, immediate or operational environment. Dash are individuals and companies that provide an organization with the input resources, such as raw materials, component parts, or employees, that it needs to produce goods and services. In return, the supplier receives compensation for those goods and services. Suppliers. Dash are organizations that help other organizations sell their goods or services to customers. Distributors. Dash are individuals and groups that buy the goods and services of an organization. Customers. Dash are important to all organizations. Customers. Customers are important to all organizations. True. Dash are often regarded as the most critical stakeholder group, since if a company attracts them to buy its products, it cannot stay in business. Share and subscribe. Customers. Dash are organizations that produce similar goods and services to an organization. Competitors. Barriers to entry result from dash main sources. 3. Barriers to entry result from 3 main sources: economies of scale, brand loyalty, and government regulations that impede entry. Dash is customers' preference for the products of organizations currently existing in the industry. Brand loyalty. The dash is the immediate constituency of a business that is in a reciprocal relationship with business. Task environment. The dash environment is the immediate constituency of a business that is in a reciprocal relationship with business. Task. The dash environment is mainly concerned with the type of leadership a nation adopts. Political. Dash processes shape a society's laws which constrain the activities of organizations and thus create both opportunities and threats. Political. Dash is concerned with those processes which help to determine how conflicts are contained, modified, postponed, or settled, and as such can be seen as a universal social activity. Politics. Dash tends to be associated with activities at state level where the resolution of conflict often involves large numbers of people. Politics. Dash is concerned with the pursuit and exercise of power, the power to make decisions which affect the lives of substantial numbers of people, be it at local, state, national, or even international level. Share and subscribe. Government. Dash refer the institutions through which power tends to be formally and legitimately exercised, whether they are cabinets, parliaments, councils, committees, or congresses. Government. The dash political system could be an individual, e.g. a monarch or other powerful individual, or a group of individuals, e.g. a political party or military junta, who may have assumed political power in a variety of ways, e.g. by birth, election, or coup. Authoritarian. In a dash political system, it is assumed that as far as possible conflicts should be resolved by rational discussions between the various parties concerned, with the final solution being accepted voluntarily by all participants even if they disagree. Democratic. In a dash system, the wishes and views of individuals are represented in established authorities that are chosen by the people at regular intervals through elections. Such representatives are accountable to the people they represent. Political. According to Worthington and Britton, 2009, dash means far more than just popular government or a system of regular elections. The democratic approach to government implies the existence of a complex array of institutions and processes through which the wishes of the people are articulated and carried out. Democracy. The dash system is responsible for organizing elections in the country. Electoral. Worthington and Britton, 2009, suggest that a country's electoral system should exhibit the following features. A system of regular elections, e.g. every 4 to 5 years, based on universal adult suffrage. Basic freedoms of speech, movement, assembly. Freedom from coercion and absence of illegal electoral practices. A secret ballot. Free media. There are dash branches or functions of government. 3. Implementing governmental decisions is the responsibility of the dash branch of government. Share and subscribe. Executive. In modern states the term the dash refer that relatively small group of individuals chosen to decide on policy and oversee its implementation. Executive. Dash refers to those countervailing pressures on the activities of the state and its agencies that derive from the existence of non-state structures and processes which affect the lives of individuals and which ultimately restrict the scope of government influence. The notion of social and economic checks and balances. Dash is the law which concerns the state, whether in international agreements or disputes or in the relationship between the state and the individual. Public law. Dash is law governing the relationships between individuals and comprises laws in respect of contract, tort, property, trusts and the family. Private law. Dash relate to a legal wrong, criminal offense, dash a breach of a public duty, punishable by the state on behalf of society. Criminal laws. A dash is a civil wrong other than a breach of contract or a breach of trust and is a duty fixed by law on all persons. Tort. The dash is concerned with those situations where the conduct of one party threatens or causes harm to the interests of another party and the aim of the law is to compensate for this harm. Law of tort. A dash is generally defined as an equitable obligation imposing on one or more persons a duty of dealing with property, over which they have control, for the benefit of other persons who may enforce the obligation. Trust. In Nigeria, customary rules ultimately became incorporated into a body of legal principles known as the common law. Anything which cannot be regarded as earthy ones is termed obiter dicta. Share and subscribe. A country's legal system can be said to have two main functions: to provide an enabling mechanism within which individuals and organizations can exist and operate, e.g. companies are constituted by law, and to provide a means of resolving conflicts and of dealing with those who infringe the accepted standards of behavior. Have been described as transformers of inputs into output in the sense that they acquire and use resources to produce goods or services for consumption. All aspects of this transformation process are influenced by the law. Business organizations. And is a declaration by the offerer and the offeree that they intend to be legally bound by the terms stated in the offer if it is accepted by the offeree. Offer. The of an offer by the person, to whom it was made must be unequivocal and must not contain any alterations or additions. Acceptance. As Clark 2013, put, it must be unconditional as the basis of a contract is the mutual consent of the parties concerned. Acceptance. Refers to the price which each side pays and the advantages or benefits each side enjoys for the promise or performance of a contract. Consideration. The price which each side pays and the advantages or benefits each side enjoys for the promise or performance of a contract is called consideration. Is defined as right, interest, profit, or benefit accruing to one party or some forbearance, detriment, loss or responsibility given, suffered, or undertaken by the other. Consideration. Dash theory tends to suggest that laws to protect the consumer are unnecessary. Neoclassical economic. Neoclassical economic theory tends to suggest that dash to protect the consumer are unnecessary. Laws. Businesses operate within the confines of the dash framework. Share and subscribe. Legal. Dash are guided in its operation by the laws of the land in which it operates. Organizations. Organizations are guided in its operation by the dash of the land in which it operates. Laws. The economist's idea of dash centers on the relationship between a society's needs and wants and the resources available to satisfy them. Scarcity. The dash stands in direct contrast to the centrally planned system. Free market economy. The key features of this type of economic system are as follows. Resources are in private ownership and the individuals owning them are free to use them as they wish. Firms, also in private ownership, are equally able to make decisions on production, free from state interference. No blueprint, or master plan, exists to direct production and consumption. Decisions on resource allocation are the result of a decentralized system of markets and prices, in which the decisions of millions of consumers and hundreds of thousands of firms are automatically coordinated. The consumer is sovereign, i.e. dictates the pattern of supply and hence the pattern of resource allocation. Dash is concerned with the study of how society deals with the problem of scarcity and the resultant problems of what to produce, how to produce and how to distribute. Economics. Dash analysis is concerned with the study of economic decision-taking by both individuals and firms. Microeconomic analysis is concerned with interactions in the economy as a whole. Macroeconomic. Dash can be portrayed as a flow of economic resources into firms which are used to produce output for consumption and a corresponding flow of payments from firms to the providers of those resources who use them primarily to purchase the goods and services produced. Share and subscribe. Economic activity. Dash is defined as an upward and persistent movement in the general level of prices over a given period of time. Inflation. Dash is an objective shared by governments and organizations alike. Growth. GDP stands for dash dash, gross domestic product. A point where some domestic firms are forced out of business and the economy's manufacturing base becomes significantly reduced is called dash dash, deindustrialization. A dash is the net balance of credits, earnings, and debits, payments, arising from its international trade over a given period of time. Balance of payments. Dash involves the use of changes in government spending and taxation to influence the level and composition of aggregate demand in the economy and given the amounts involved, fiscal policy. Dash seeks to influence monetary variables such as the money supply or rates of interest in order to regulate the economy, monetary policy. Dash policy seeks to influence monetary variables such as the money supply or rates of interest in order to regulate the economy, monetary. A financial system tends to have three main elements. Lenders and borrowers. These may be individuals, organizations, or governments. Financial institutions, of various kinds, which act as intermediaries between lenders and borrowers and which manage their own asset portfolios in the interest of their shareholders and/or depositors. Financial markets in which lending and borrowing takes place through the transfer of money and/or other types of asset including paper assets such as shares and stock. The activities of the central bank include the following roles. Share and subscribe. Banker to the government. Banker to the clearing banks. Manager of the country's foreign reserves. Manager of the national debt. Manager of the issue of notes and coins. Supervisor of the monetary sector. Implementer of the government's monetary policy. IMF stands for dash dash, International Monetary Fund. OECD stands for dash dash, Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. EBRD stands for dash dash, Reconstruction and Development. WTO stands for dash dash, World Trade Organization. The IMF is an international organization currently of member countries. 184 International Monetary Fund was established in 1946. The OECD was established in 1961. Today the Organization for European Economic Cooperation, OEEC, comprises members, 30. The aims of the EBRD was inaugurated in April 1991. The World Trade Organization was established on January 1, 1995. WTO stands for comma. Share and subscribe. World Trade Organization. GATT stands for General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade. General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade has membership of around states 150. The World Bank, IBRD, was established in 1945. The IBRD currently has over members. 180. The European Investment Bank was created in 1958. Is defined as the sum of knowledge of the means and methods of producing goods and services. Technology. CAD stands for computer-aided design. EFPA stands for electronic funds transfer at point of sale. Is a stock of goods used in the production process. Capital. Refers to capital that is owned by the community such as schools and hospitals. Social capital. The increase in the stock of capital over time is called Investment. Refers to the purchase of new assets, as the purchase of second-hand assets merely represents a change in ownership and therefore does not represent a change in productive potential. Investment. Share and subscribe. There are types of innovation that can occur as a result of technological change, too. The types of innovation are N, product innovation and process innovation. Is the development of new products like the microprocessor, which will have far-reaching effects on business. Product innovation. Is the study of populations both in terms of their overall size and their structural characteristics. Demography. Nigerian population as at is estimated to be 170 million people. 2015 Nigerian population as at 2015 is estimated to be people. 170 million. Russia's current population of around million. 145 Nigerian population as at 2015 is estimated to be million people. 170 In many countries this figure has been falling steadily over a long period of time for a number of reasons. These include a trend towards smaller families as people become better off and health improves and death rates fall. The increased availability of contraception. The trend towards later marriages and later childbearing for social and/or economic reasons. Declining fertility rates. Changing attitudes towards women and work. Among the main contributors to death rate are rising living standards, including better housing, sanitation, and nutrition. Developments in medical technology and practice. Better education. Improved working conditions. Share and subscribe. The difference between the birth rate and the death rate represents the natural change in the population. Influences on the rate of net migration include legal barriers, e.g. immigration laws. Economic migrancy. The numbers fleeing persecution. Government policy. Political developments. Refers to a complex set of values, norms, beliefs, attitudes, customs, systems, and artifacts which are handed down from generation to generation through the process of socialization and which influence how individuals see the world and how they behave in it. Culture. Is the of scanning the environment to identify changes or trends that have the potential to generate opportunities and threats to the organization's current or future intended strategies. Environmental analysis. Is the formulation of multiple forecasts of future conditions followed by an analysis of how to respond effectively to each of those conditions. Scenario planning. Scenario planning can also be called contingency planning. Seeks to consider the possible effects on the interactions between various external environmental forces on the future of an organization. Scenario planning. Is the process of predicting what will happen in the future considering the interplay of some environmental variables. Forecasting. According to forecasting is the method used for predicting how variables will change the future. Bateman and Snell, 2009. According to Bateman and Snell, 2009, is the method used for predicting how variables will change the future, forecasting. Share and subscribe. The full meaning of SWOT is S is strengths, W is weaknesses, O is for opportunities and T is for threats. Is a systematic identification of these factors and the strategy that reflects the best combinations of these factors. SWOT analysis. Is the process in which an organization undertakes to compare its practices and technologies with those of other organizations. Benchmarking. Argued that environmental analysis in itself is by no means a guarantee of organizational effectiveness and can sometimes complicate the decision-making process by providing information which calls into question the intuitive feeling of experienced managers. Worthington and Snell, 2009. The conscious process of organizational objectives is known as management. Achieving. The concept that management is required in all organization is called universality. Is the individual responsible for the work of others in achieving organizational objectives, manager. Entrepreneurship is the process of establishing and business, growing. The entrepreneur should take risks, calculated. Is a set of favorable circumstances which create a need for a product, opportunity. The entrepreneur should have a tolerance for ambiguity, high. The third function of the entrepreneur is the of resources, acquisition. When an entrepreneur recognizes a problem and creates a business, he's said to be internally stimulated. Share and subscribe. The starting for marketing is needs identification, point. The non-personal form of promotion involving the transmission of message to a large audience is known as advertising. Publication is a source of primary data, official. Plan is preceded by a feasibility analysis. Business. The end product of a feasibility study is called feasibility report. The doctoring of an existing report for another client is known as behavior, unethical. The summary is the first section of a feasibility report. Executive. The key objective of a feasibility analysis is to determine the of the business, sustainability. The assumption the entrepreneur takes unquantifiable risks is known as myth, gamblers. The assumption the entrepreneurial activity is spread over the youth age is known as youth and myth, energetic. Another name for business plan is entrepreneurial map, road. Is often described as disguised advertising, publicity. Organizational systems are part of the business environment, internal. Share and subscribe. A civil other than a breach of trust of contract is called tort. Wrong. SWOT is a tool of analysis, environmental. Finance is the study of value and resource allocation applied to a new venture entrepreneurial. Subculture implies cultural heterogeneity. An economy in which government controls the production process is known as economy, planned. Opportunity perception is the in the entrepreneurial process, first. The first function of the manager is planning. Entrepreneurs have a high for achievement, high. Relationship are activities involved in relating effectively with critical elements in the economic environment, exchange. Identified 14 activities carried out by entrepreneurs, Kilby. Productivity improvement is a reason for promoting entrepreneurship. True. A customer relation is a political administration activity of the entrepreneur. True. Share and subscribe.